Hello, everyone. It's White Pride Facebook here and YouTube page. So apparently, Walmart is teaching CRT to employees, critical race theory. Apparently, it is shameful to be white, and if you're white, you need to denounce your whiteness and you need to help improve your society by bowing down to other races. I want to know why and how people think that we have white privilege in this day and age when everywhere you turn there's CRT being taught and everything like that. How are Caucasian white people privileged? That's what I want to know. Now, the argument is it goes what African Americans use this argument for about being privileged. It's demographic. That's all it is. If you actually talk to an African American that has committed themselves to society and wants to be a regular society, a contributing member to society, and doesn't live in the hood and doesn't accept the hood as a standard of living. I've lived on both sides of the fence. I've lived in the really rich white neighborhoods, and then when I was younger, and as I got older, I had all that torn out from underneath my feet, and I've lived in the poorest of the poor areas. I've seen both sides of the fence, and I've lived on both sides of the fence. The privilege is all in your head. It is stupidity and ignorance when people talk about white privilege. It's themselves, making themselves feel less of a person. A white person does not have any more privilege over anybody else that they talk to. Now, if you live in a predominantly black neighborhood and you're a white person and you're one of the only white people that live in that area, do you think that white person has white privilege over everybody else that lives in that area that's African American? Do you think all of those African Americans treat that, those couple Caucasian people that live in the hood, do you think all those African Americans treat those Caucasian people with a higher standard of living and give them privilege because of the color of their skin? They don't. It's exactly the reverse. It's reverse racism. And I am going to explain a story of what happened to me, an experience that happened to me where I've experienced racism myself in this day and age because of our society allowing critical race theory to be taught and our society allowing people to denounce Caucasians and to blame us for fucking slavery that happened a long ass fucking time ago. We have nothing to do with that, and we're not preaching that we want to go back to slavery at all. What Caucasians don't do that. All this stuff about bringing down the Southern monuments and everything like that, that's history. We're not worshiping those people. We're not worshiping racism. This attack against Americans, and it's an attack against Americans. It's not an attack against white or black. It's an attack against the way Americans have been brought up to be proud to be an American. We are being attacked by foreign influences that are trying to tear our pride out from underneath of us. They're trying to denounce our American heritage. They're trying to denounce our rights as a country that we stood up and fought against what we believed was wrong. That's what made America. The powers that be do not want that to happen again. Our forefathers even knew this time would come that's approaching. Even our forefathers wrote that the tree of liberty needs refreshed from time to time because it grows corrupt. People weren't stupid back then. They couldn't communicate like we can communicate now. They didn't have that technology like they have now. But that doesn't make them any more dumb or dumber, however you pronounce it. We are at an inflection point right now, and we are losing right now. Caucasian people are way too nice. We need to stop pitying people. We need to start standing together. We need to stand up and put our fucking foot down and bring this country back to what it was before. We need to stand up and fight for what we fucking believe in. This critical race theory is an attack against us. I am not racist. The majority of black people, they aren't racist. Majority of Caucasians, they aren't racist. America does not have a racist problem. We don't. If you think we do, you're a fucking idiot and you do not understand racism and you do not understand how fucking bad it can get. Especially you African Americans that are claiming that you want segregation again. Your ancestors fought. Your grandmother fought. Your grandfather fought to not be segregated. And you're pushing segregation again because that's what you think you want. Insanity is going on right now. And if we Caucasian people don't stand together and stop letting all this bullshit happen, then we are going to get snuffed out, and our way of life and our beliefs and our society is not going to exist anymore. I don't want to be ran by a government that tells me everything I have to do. I have been brought up to support that government. I have been brought up to preach the Pledge of Allegiance every morning in school. I've been brought up, I was taught cursive handwriting in school. I was brought up to support my country because my country was there to support me when I needed them the most. We have two sides right now that are arguing for power. None of them are even considering us citizens grabbing that power that they're after. The Washington riot or demonstration or however you want to put it, it wasn't a riot. I wouldn't consider it a riot. But every time white people get together, it's a fucking KKK meeting no matter what. And that is bullshit. White people can't even protest anymore because it's an automatic goddamn Klan meeting for it because white people are together. Why are we putting up with that shit? I'm sick and tired of it. It's bullshit. I live in a suburb of Detroit. I lived in Indiana. I've lived in Ohio. I was born in San Diego, California. I haven't been living in a fucking white suburb all of my life. I've lived both sides of the fence. I've had to work and suffer and work my fucking ass off to get my 3-year-old daughter and her mother out of the goddamn hood. If you live in the hood, you choose to live in the hood. It's not because you're being oppressed. It's because you're not getting your lazy fucking ass up and wanting to fucking apply yourself to a better fucking job so you can get the fuck out of where you're staying at. Because you don't want to pay rent higher than what you're paying in the fucking hood. If you didn't want to fucking be in the hood, you would pay twice as much rent, but it's not that fucking important to you. So you stay in the hood. I am tired of this stupidity and this ignorance that keeps getting spread around because of dumb fucking ignorant people that think racism is still alive in America. America is not a racist fucking country. Americans are not fucking racist. The problem is disrespecting each other's races. That is a problem. That's not fucking racism. Disrespecting another race and their culture is not necessarily racism. A perfect example of actual racism would be an African American man or a Caucasian man walking into a bank. They walk into a bank, a Chase bank, let's say. Okay, they say they want to open up a bank account. The requirements are you got to deposit $20 to open up a bank account. Okay, so that black man or white man walks up to the counter and tries to open up an account and tries to give him $20. That clerk says, sorry, we can't do business with you because of the color of your skin. We can't do business with you because you're black. We can't do business with you because you're white. This is a black-only bank and a white-only bank. That's fucking racism. That's what our country was like. I was not alive back then. I don't want to see my country like that again. But for some reason, a large amount of African Americans are trying to push it that way again. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. People do not understand what the fuck is going on. There is a ton of rich Caucasian people out there, suburban house moms, that feel sorry for all these people that live in the hood because they don't understand why they are there. There's a pretty good fucking reason why they're in the hood. It's not because of their skin color. It's because of the way they live and the way they look at life. It's their priorities. It's what they have been taught as they grow up from their other parents that were okay with living in the same fucking area. You have to work for what you have. You have to work to get the fuck out of where you were born at. You aren't just given shit. Now I'm hearing on the news that they're giving land away to fucking African Americans because of the slave. I don't fucking know. It pisses me the fuck off because the majority of Caucasian people in this country have African American blood in their goddamn family. For me, I'm related to the last fucking registered slave that was in Lafayette, Indiana. I'm Caucasian. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know about racism because I'm white. I have no idea. I'm privileged, so I can't understand racism. That's ignorance when you talk like that. And I have a story that I'm going to post, and I will tell everybody exactly how I've experienced racism and how I've experienced something that probably 95% of you African Americans, if not 99% of you African Americans, will never experience in your life because of being black and having black privilege. There is not white privilege, there's black privilege. This whole shit about white privilege is reversed. It's not white privilege. I don't understand this shit. People that live in predominantly Caucasian towns feel that they're privileged because they're white. If you fucking lived in an predominantly African American town like Detroit or that area or wherever, you would know that there is no white privilege and that it's exactly the fucking opposite. It just depends where you live. It's the demographic area. If you live in an area that's majority black and you're white, you're not going to be privileged. If you live in an area where it's majority white and you're black, you're not going to be as privileged as everybody else that looks the same. It works the same fucking way everywhere. It's just the way it is. It's human nature. It's nothing new. It's nothing like, oh my God, white people don't have to worry about being shot by police or nothing. Well, there's more white people that are shot by cops every year than black people. Look at the fuck up and use your goddamn ignorant head and look at the fucking statistics. Stop believing this fucking media bullshit that you see on fucking TV. Those people are paid by the same people that make the fucking laws, that own all the businesses. Who the fuck do you think makes all the tax laws? The people that own all the goddamn businesses. Can't believe how stupid fucking people are nowadays. Thank God there's people out there that are watching this video that are agreeing with me, shaking their head like, yeah, like what the fuck? There's a lot more videos to come, a lot more touchier subjects. Still, I have to wear a fucking face mask because if I don't, I can be plastered and be made out to be some racist KKK member that's trying to fucking bring back the Klan or some shit because I'm white or I have a white complexion or whatever. Even though I can't even describe what I want to say because it'll start to give up who I am. But you have no fucking idea what you're talking about if you think I'm privileged because of the color of my fucking skin. Anybody that thinks that bullshit, you don't realize what the fuck is going on. You've never lived on the other side of the tracks where the predominantly population is black. If you did, you would know there is no fucking white privilege. You would completely understand where the fuck I'm coming from. If you've actually lived in the hood and experienced the shit I've experienced, you would fucking understand there is no white privilege. There's black privilege if you live in a black community. There's white privilege if you live in a white community. There's no difference. This whole, oh, you're white, so you don't understand. Oh, you're black. Well, I feel so bad for you because your skin color and how your family was treated back in the day and everything. Well, the majority of those white people have relatives that were black and were treated the same exact way, and they could actually have more relatives that were slaves than the fucking black person that they're talking to from their family. It's stupidity. It's ignorance. And I'm out there to talk, to to other kids out there, or younger adults, other white people that have been told to be ashamed to be white. I'm here to tell you to stand the fuck up and not be ashamed to be white. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of your skin color. You're a human being. There is no white, there's no black, there's no green, there's no gray. There is American. If you're an American, you're family. That's how it used to be. No matter your skin color, you're American, you're a goddamn family member. We stick together. That's what makes our country strong. The foreigners have figured that out. They want to tear our fucking country apart so that we have a north and a south, or an east and a west, and everybody's got different opinions and nobody's on the same page, which means nothing can get done because of the democratic system. That's the weakness of the democratic system. The socialists know that. I mean, if you do watch the news ever, and you hear about, okay, let's not dumb this down for the American public, okay? Well, fuck you, you redhead. I'm not stupid, but that lets you know that the government thinks everybody's stupid and that we can't handle what the fuck is actually going on in the real world. Why? Because they don't fucking tell us everything, because they think we're fucking stupid and we can't handle it. Times are changing. It's coming. That's why I'm out here talking, because it's coming. Everybody, stay safe out there. Please like and share this video. Get this goddamn Facebook page out there. I want people to not be ashamed to be white. I'm tired of it. My daughter is not gonna grow up in a world where she's fucking depressed because of the color of her goddamn skin. That's fucking insane. I can't stand it. I'm not gonna stand for it anymore. And the majority of us other men, patriots, red-blooded fucking beer-drinking Budweiser yelling America people are standing up now. Just because I said that shit, some of you thought I'm a fucking redneck racist piece of shit, and that proves my goddamn point. I'm out.